Glad to have you with us from Tampa. Raymond James Stadium as a couple of teams get set to square off in the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a team from the American, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So NC State's offense will get the first crack at it here. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Looking for a crease to the left. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Rides the back and leaves it. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Using his legs, it smothers. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It's a reverse. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
NC State has to come up with a big play on third and long. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Grimes. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. So Memphis offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the ground, he's got it again. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Lewis wants to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
And the Tigers are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Touch pass on the run. Fights off a defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Lewis to throw. Working that left side now. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Off play action. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Great job by the wide receiver. The windows are so small in this area of the field. You saw him fight through the defender to make that catch on the TD.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. End of the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got room to work.
I think this defense moving forward has to be able to finish plays. On that 2nd down, the quarterback had nowhere to go with it. The defense had an opportunity to get to him, get him on the ground, setting up 3rd and long. But because they couldn't do that and let him spring free, it's now 3rd and manageable. This defense just making life hard on themselves right now because they're not finishing these plays.
They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. We'll send the tight end in motion. Gonna run it, it's Smothers. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, this guy's going to make catches all over the field. That time, he lined up all the way to the left side, and he was able to cross the entire field to make a catch on the right side. Defense lost track of him, and it ended up being a big play.
You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cross. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Now, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll move the wide receiver. Lewis wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO. Now the connection takes it to the 11. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw again. Grabbed over the middle. It's cross. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Surging forward on the sneak. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's not sexy. It's not pretty. It's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much. But what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now is not the time to get super aggressive. Way to go high percentage, run the quarterback sneak, get the first down.
They'll run it on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run, now they hit them with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Snagged in the middle, it's Smothers. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
NC State a lot of freedom to do anything here on 2nd and inches. Tight end now in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got it, 1st down and more. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
With the run on 1st and goal. Back's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, NC State.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. And what a show we've seen from the man behind center. He's guided this offense with precision, and most of all, he has taken care of the football. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Lewis to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Hawkins. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Gonna sling it on second down. The short hands, it's Smith. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Let's see what they do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, that D-tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his three-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and he was able to get that tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They'll run play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. He's looking deep. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, North Carolina State! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he added the extra point. So a drive there of 84 yards. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. All tied up in just a about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Lewis wants to pass. With the catch, it's Cross. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense. You've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Smith. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The play action fake. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, the offense is trying to attack the middle of the field. They're looking to hit that in route, but really good coverage there by the defense.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Memphis heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Just keeps swinging it. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
One of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the
touchdown, Memphis! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. And the returner is stopped. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. The screen, he can go! And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll give it to the back. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge of your seat type first half. This Gasparilla Bowl has lived up to expectations. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Gasparilla Bowl.
North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They keep it on the ground to open the third. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Lewis to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Pulls and fires complete to the right. On the move at the 30. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Smith takes the handoff. Out of bounds right at the 10-yard line as they are threatening to score.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Caught behind the line. It's Cross. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The Tigers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Lewis wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and to not give back that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smothers. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Catch in the middle, it's Grimes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Trying play action. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you, man? You find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude, keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Rodgers. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions, but sees zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Lewis to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
It'll be 3rd and long. Trying to escape and get it himself. Quarterback's got the first. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Powers through the defender.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Smith. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never gonna be a cornerback. That's not gonna happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm gonna go attack and make some plays.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Cross. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
He's got it. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the grab. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Off the play fake on first down. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Looking to pass, it's Bailey. Gets it out fast.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now, and it's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got him downfield to the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Lewis wants to pass. Got a man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Memphis just keeps moving the chains on this drive. They're set up with another first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
On first and goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Fit it in the window for the score.
Salt into a wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Jukes his way for more. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Wants to go up top. The sure hands, it's Grimes. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
To throw, it's Bailey. Finds his man, it's Smothers. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
On fourth down, going to the air. Caught over the middle, it's Anderson. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. Hand off from the shotgun. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cross. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground. Makes his man miss. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Lewis to throw. Got his man in the middle.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Hawkins. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point in the game with the lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
The Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on 1st down, open up the entire playbook.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the 1st option, playing the 2nd option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They'll run it to the right. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. The give is to Smith. Waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The give to the tailback. He has the 1st and still on his feet. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
NC State, after that explosive run, might go right back to the well. To the air, it's Bailey. Finds his big tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Got a man. It's Hoffman. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.